All right. Hello, everybody at the Bridal Shower. Thank you all for coming, and thank you all for showering Caitlin with your love and everything for the upcoming wedding. These questions are going to be awesome. I hope this really, I hope this breaks things up a little bit and kind of gives us a little bit of a perspective and see how close me and Caitlin's responses are to some of these questions. So, first question that we have is, what is Caitlin's favorite meal that I cook? And I think I'm gonna have to say tacos. Me and Caitlin both love Mexican food, but I think the favorite thing that I cook, I think I'm gonna have to go with tacos. Yeah. All right, next question is what were Caitlin's first words when I proposed? I don't think there were a lot of words said because we were both like crying hysterically, but I think it was just like absolutely yes when I asked her. She was like, I said, "Will you marry me?" And I think she was like, absolutely, like looked at me, and we both just started to bawl. But I think it was absolutely yes. That's what I have to go with this question. All right. What is my favorite thing about Caitlin? This is an incredibly difficult question. I think there are two things, though, that really stand out. I mean, there's so many things that I love about Caitlin. I have to say, though, that the two things that I really think are just amazing are her ability to make me smile whenever I'm down. If I'm having a bad day or something's going on, she always cheers me up, no matter what it is. It can be the littlest thing, but it just makes me feel just loved. It makes me feel like, the world doesn't matter. I think, even just coming home and sometimes having, like food ready, like some little things like that, I really appreciate, and I love that about Caitlin. The other thing is her ability to listen. It's evident in her job, but I think that if I, really talk to her about something, whether it's serious or not, even if I talk to her something about cars or something stupid that she knows that I really enjoy, but she doesn't, she'll still listen, and she'll still, ask questions, and she'll still be, generally interested in what we're talking about, at least to a certain extent. But her ability to talk to me, and our ability to talk together is just, it's made better because she is such a good listener, and I think that's an awesome quality that she has, so yes. All right, the next question is, what would Caitlin describe a perfect day for the two of you? It probably has to do in Vermont. I think, honestly, when I proposed, I would say that probably is, I think, the best day. I mean, go up to Stowe, maybe go up to the top of the mountain, just, I don't know, go to the Alchemist, go back to Burlington, walk around Church Street, go get a good dinner. I think probably the ideal day for both of us would probably be a day up in Burlington and in Stowe. But honestly, just being together and going out to a good restaurant is something that I think is ideal for both of us. I think we're very simple in that. I think just being together, going out and grabbing some good food, just some good beer. I think that's the ideal day for both of us. So, all right, the next question: what is Caitlin's favorite movie? Now this one is difficult because I don't really think of, I'm pretty sure if she had to say a movie about me, or my favorite movie, it's Bad Boys 2. It has to be, or Godzilla she would probably bring up. But I can't say Caitlin actually has a favorite movie, except a childhood movie that I think would be her favorite movie. I think that's Anastasia. I think that movie, anytime I even talk about that, she's like, that's my favorite movie of all time. I think it's Disney. I know it's like a childhood movie, but I think that is her movie. She also loves Mean Girls. She also loves anything that is scary, which I don't, like Exorcist, some sort of like ring, terrifying, creatures or whatever. She loves that kind of stuff. But I can't say that she has a favorite scary movie though. So I'm gonna have to go with Anastasia, the childhood winner. Absolutely. All right. The next question is: if Caitlin could get rid of one of your household belongings / decorations, what would it be? Okay. Um, this is difficult. This is difficult because one of them isn't really a decorations. One of them's like an Xbox. I think Caitlin would get rid of that. But I think like so far as actual furniture and decorations, I'm gonna have to go with the beanbag. I feel like she hates it. She sees it and it's just visually unappealing to her. So I think that's what I'm gonna have to go with. When we lived in our old apartment, I think the clock. She hated the clock. I forget what else that she really doesn't like, but yeah, I'm gonna go. Since we moved into our new apartment, there really isn't a lot of things that we don't like because I think we furnished our apartment with all the things we do. But the beanbag has still with us. So I'm gonna go with the beanbag and the Xbox. All right, this next question is hilarious. What's Caitlin's most annoying habit, and what would she say yours is? Caitlin's most annoying habit is that she does not put things back. And I'm going to say my most annoying habit is me asking her to put things back. So let me explain. Caitlin is very clean. Caitlin is a very clean person, but sometimes she does not put things back, specifically clothes. And I am annoying because I like things very neat and clean, and I probably pester the shit out of her to put those things back. So I think that has kind of sometimes been like a source of frustration for both of us. But in the grand scheme of things, it's like some clothes on the bed, and if that's our biggest argument, then I think that's awesome. But yes, I think that I'm very OCD and like things very neat and clean, and then sometimes Caitlin does not put some of her clothes back, and I would say that is the number one thing that I think we both would say that our most annoying traits are related to. So, Caitlin's favorite place in the world. This one's easy. I'm gonna go with Burlington. I'm gonna go with Stowe, Burlington. I'm gonna just go with Vermont in general. I think that was like the first place that we really connected and we really knew. Well, I knew, and then I think Caitlin may have told all of you this, but when we went up to Stowe for the first time, I knew I wanted to marry her, and I think just the experiences we had in Vermont were just so amazing that I think it means so much to us that I think it is her favorite place in the world, because it is my favorite place in the world as well. Syracuse means a lot to us. I'm not saying that there's no rip on Syracuse, but Vermont just it's kind of where it all started. And it's like where it all began. So yeah, that's also where I proposed too. So absolutely. All right. So if you haven't noticed, I changed. Had a little technical difficulties, but I think we're back. I think we're good to go. Hopefully the lighting's all good. The next question is, what is one thing Caitlin can't live without? And I'm going to give you two things. The first thing is Orange Theory. Before it was spin, before that it was yoga. And I would say before that, it was just any kind of sport or activity. I think Caitlin, when she comes back from yoga, OTF, all these different things, she is very zen, like incredibly, incredibly relaxed, feels good, is just in a great place. And I think that's something that she can't live without. I think Caitlin needs to get up and move and do all those different things, and I think that's awesome. The second thing is, interestingly, a blanket. Yes, a blanket. Something like this. When she comes home, wants to relax, watch some TV, watch some Bravo TV, if you will, and just chill under a blanket. I think Caitlin just loves feeling comfortable, relaxed, and I think a blanket is one of those things that she cannot live without. All right, the next question is, what is Caitlin's most prized possession? Besides the ring, her engagement ring, and besides her car, actually her car might be a good one. I'm gonna have to go with something else though. I think I'm gonna go with her assortment of athletic clothing. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I think she loves anything Lululemon. I just think actually her clothing in general, I think, is probably one of her most prized possessions. I think when she opens up her closet, she sees, like, you know, not only just any opportunity to wear whatever, but just so many different options. And I think that's the case for a lot of people. I think that's, you know, for me it's actually not. I don't know. I don't find too much value in clothing, but I can see when Caitlin gets something from Express or that's just clothing, or something from Lululemon, from Cora, from anything like that, it's just pure joy. Like, first thing she does is put it on and show me. Like, legitimately, that's it. And it's just, I don't know. I think it's that. All right, so the next question is, who is Caitlin's ultimate Hollywood crush? Ooh, this one's an easy one. If you know Caitlin really well, she loves John Hamm. John Hamm from Mad Men. He's the voice of the Mercedes commercials. He's a good-looking guy. But I will let Caitlin tell you guys why John Hamm is her favorite Hollywood crush. So just pause. We'll take a minute, and we'll get back to it. But good luck, Caitlin. All right, the next question is, and I hope that that last one was good. I hope everyone felt real awkward about that. Okay, so what was Caitlin's first job? Caitlin's first job, I believe, was at Camelback. I should say Camel Beach. I believe so. I'm not 100% sure, but that's where we met, obviously. It was very trying when we were there, but looking back at it, I think we made some great friendships, some great connections, and, well, I obviously met Caitlin. So, yes, that was her first job, and it definitely changed our lives for the better. So, I guess thank you, Camel Beach. All right, the next question is, what is Caitlin's favorite thing to spend money on? And this goes with a previous question, but it has to be workout clothing. Whether it's Cora, Lululemon, whatever it may be. Sometimes it's rather expensive, but, you know. And I think the reason I think that is because I work out in, like, rags. I work out in, like, just ripped up t-shirts and things like that. And I was talking with Caitlin and Leah about this whole thing about, you know, why is exercise apparel so popular? And, you know, they give a really good reason is that, you know, when you go to the gym, you feel good. You also want to look good when you're at the gym. I mean, guys, maybe it's a little bit different, but when you go to the gym, you want to look good. You know, I can understand that. And I can see exactly why Caitlin does like purchasing all these different things, and I think that's awesome. Also, speaking of that, because we were having this conversation with Leah, thank you, Leah, for giving me the idea, or I should say, providing us with this opportunity to do these questions. I think that's awesome, and thank you for helping with putting on the bridal shower, and everybody who helped doing this. Sue, thank you for hosting everything, and yeah, thank you guys. I know it's kind of right in the middle of the questions, but whatever. All right, next question is, if Caitlin could have any car, what would it be? All right, so I'm either thinking a Range Rover or a G-Wagon. She's super basic, but I don't mean that. Any kind of Mercedes. I did promise her a Bentley once when we were like 16 years old, and I didn't realize that they're very expensive. So maybe I'll hit the lottery. I don't know. But I think Caitlin's really, she likes something a little bit quicker. Definitely something that's classy. So, you know, G-Wagons, Range Rover, you know, it's it serves a purpose and it rides great. I think that's what she would be in. I think so. This is a hard one, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go with those two. All right, the next question is, what is Caitlin's favorite drink? So I'm going to separate this between non-alcoholic and alcoholic. So I'm going to go with Coke Zero for the non-alcoholic. And I think any kind of diet, Pepsi or Coke, I think Caitlin really likes and enjoys. I think whenever I feel like my stomach's upset, I feel like I crave that as well too. But yeah, alcoholic, that's difficult because I'm going to have to say, well, I'll jump to the conclusion here, margaritas. I think margaritas are something, again, it goes back to Mexican. Tacos, chips, salsa, margaritas, they all go well with each other. And I think Caitlin really likes margaritas. Caitlin also does like whiskey, and she loves Kim Crawford. I think Sauvignon Blanc. I don't know, they're all French. But yes, Kim Crawford or margaritas, I think that's probably the top two, but I'm gonna have to go with margaritas for her favorite drink. All right, the last question is, if Caitlin had a catchphrase, what would it be? This is hilarious, but it would probably be, why are you yelling? Yes, yes. I believe, as the audiologist, Caitlin has what's called misophonia or hyperacusis, basically sound sensitivity or a hatred of certain sounds. Chewing, yelling, anything that involves eating. If someone's like really loud and boisterous, Caitlin probably has a problem with it, but you know, depending on if she knows you or not, she'll probably tell you. But yes, it's why are you yelling? I also am very guilty of getting overly excited about certain things and raising my volume way too loud. So yes, this is a common theme, and it's actually been more of a common theme since we've been in this apartment, because this apartment's smaller, and I feel like everything's like louder. It's like higher ceiling, so everything's loud. So yeah, I think that's going to be her catchphrase. Absolutely. All right, that is it. Caitlin, I love you so much. I hope you enjoy this day. I want to thank everybody for coming to the shower and for showering Caitlin with all of your love. I can't wait to see everybody at the wedding. I also can't wait to see everybody. I will be stopping by later today, so I will see everybody in person. But yes, thank you so much. We are so excited and looking forward to the wedding, and it's going to be such a party. So thank you all again, and I love you all so much. So later.